two of the biggest gaming franchises are once again going head-to-head with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and Mario Kart Worlds both coming out this year. Many people are thinking because Mario is just so much bigger than Sonic that Mario Kart Worlds is just gonna like stomp out all the rest of the competition, like this is going to be the racing game. And I'm here to tell you not to worry, because Nintendo has made a very big mistake that will cost them this entire battle. But before I get into that though, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Sonic Boy, do Sonic news, reviews, and sometimes video essays. If you could, please like and subscribe, because we're trying to 4,000 subscribers whenever we do that, and the likes really help me out in the algorithm. Also, I live stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. PST and 2 p.m. EST. Please just come check it out. We always have so much fun. Some of you may already know what that mistake is, but I'm not going to spoil it up until it's finally revealed, because this is actually something I've wanted to talk about in the wider gaming space for a long time. And I feel like it would be a perfect like second channel upload just talking about this specific topic. For those of you who don't know, games are actually like really cheap for what they are providing now versus what they provided back in the 80s and 90s. Let's take a game like the original Sonic the Hedgehog, for instance. It was sold for just about $60 on its own. I know there were a couple of like combo packs with the Sega Genesis, but baseline, I think it was somewhere around $60. And I can guarantee you can take most games from that time period, they would be somewhere in the range of anywhere from like $40 to $60. But obviously we're now in 2025 and experiencing 2025 inflation, so you would expect the price of pretty much everything to go up, right? Well, one of the only industries that's been consistent throughout the past, like, since its conception, has been the video game market, with the average video game price new being about $60. Obviously within the more recent years with like COVID and stuff like that, it's gone up to like 70-ish, but even then that's not as bad of a price hike as you would expect. Now more recently, the people behind the companies like Take-Two Studios have been considering making their games priced at about $100. This not only would be a really bad thing for us consumers, but the gaming market as a whole. Now, most people who are alive today remember video games to be about a good $60. That's what it's always been. Speaking as a consumer myself, and I'm sure if you go and ask any Walmart American, they'll probably tell you the exact same thing. I do not want to pay $100 for a video game. In fact, I think Sonic X Generations did the right thing. They lowered their price to $50. We got two games, one of them was a remaster, one of them a brand new game, for $10 less than the original Sonic Generations at launch. And you can already see I'm getting hyped up about something that isn't even like true yet. We have no clue if GTA 6 is gonna be like $100 or Take-Two wants to put their video games out for $100 like forever now. However, wrapping it back around to Mario Kart Worlds, Nintendo really did something that just made a bunch of people just like turn away from the Nintendo Switch 2 and the new Mario Kart game as a whole. They raised the price. Now you may be thinking, Sonic Boy, it can't be that bad. Well, if you've heard the news, it definitely is. We're talking about $80 for digital games. I'm talking $80 digital games and $90 for physical games. Now, I don't care what anybody says. Your game could be the second coming of Christ himself, but I would still not pay that money. Gaming is supposed to be a hobby. It's supposed to be that anyone can just go out to the store, buy a game, and then play it for like however long they want. Then they can sell it or do whatever they want with it. It doesn't matter, because it's just supposed to be a casual, fun thing. If I have to pay $80 to $90 to get that really fun thing, I'm going to stay away from it. Because believe it or not, I would like to buy a house in the future. I would like to be able to pay my mortgage in the future. I would like to be able to pay for my insurance in the future, in terms of all aspects: house, auto, fire protection, belongings, whatever weird stuff that the adults pay for nowadays. So making me pay more for something I just want to do for fun on the side is going to make me want to stop doing that thing. It's positive and negative reinforcement. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but you can actually train kids to hate video games if you do it the same way that schools treat books. I'm serious. Sit your kid down in front of a game, make him answer a bunch of questions, maybe write an essay or two while he's playing this 30 to 40 hour game, and then boom, he's not going to want to play any more games if that's what he has to do every single time he needs to play a video game. Now, replace that quiz or the questions or the essays with money, and that's what's happening here. Gaming is so that we can get away from stuff. If we have to pay more just to get away from it all, it's not something we want to invest our time in. I may have said all of that like completely wrong, but that's just my thoughts on that. Anyway, relating that back to Mario Kart World and back to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I feel like there is a very big difference to be had between these two games. And we already know the price point for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and it's going to be $60 no matter what, unless you purchase the Digital Deluxe Edition. And to make my argument stronger, let's use a hypothetical here. Imagine you're a mom buying your kid a game, a racing game specifically, and you see two options. One with bright, fun, colorful characters, and another one with bright, fun, colorful characters. Now, which one are you going to pay for? The one that's $60 or the one that's $90? Yeah, that's what I thought. No one is going to pay $90 for a game when there is a $60 alternative right there, which can probably offer the exact same experience in the eyes of the general public. This is a smaller thing, but I think it's also going to affect sales of Mario Kart Worlds. They're also just keeping it on Nintendo platforms, which I feel like now they're bringing it up to like PS4, PS5, Xbox, Steam standards now in terms of like graphics and stuff like that. So I feel like they could get a lot more out of this if they sent it to all of the other consoles. But no, not only is it $90, but you also have to buy a whole new console in order to play the new Mario Kart. Obviously, there's been backlash to this, and I feel like it's so obvious. Who didn't see this coming? Absolutely everyone saw both things coming. The price hike and the reaction. The consumer has spoken. I don't care if it's like the brand, like it's like the kart racer. I'm going to buy the $60 game versus the $90 game. This is not a debate on Mario or Sonic. This is a debate on which one is more affordable and which one will give you a better time and more accessibility on any platform you so choose. It's frankly ridiculous that Nintendo thinks that they will get more money out of this. And you know the sad part? It's probably still going to be one of the best-selling Mario games ever. I can guarantee it, because it doesn't matter how much things cost. It really doesn't. As long as you think you're going to get a good experience, or you think the person you're buying it for is going to get a good experience, then you would probably pay $90. That's the sucky part, because I can guarantee you both experiences are going to provide a very good, like, enjoyable kart racing experience, but only one of them has that Mario label, only one of them has that Nintendo quality stamp right there, and I feel like if anything was to disrupt Sonic Racing Cross Worlds in this whole debate, it's going to be brand recognition and what people think will be a more enjoyable experience. It's not going to matter price, like, whatsoever. And by the way, this is not something happening just with Mario Race. I keep trying to say Mario Racing Cross Worlds, but I know that's not right. Mario Kart Worlds. It's something that's happening with all of their games, all of the new Switch 2 stuff that's coming to the console. It's all in the price range of somewhere like $80 to $90, and that is frankly ridiculous. Even PlayStation didn't do this, even when they were releasing the PlayStation 5. It was still $500 and then $60 to go alongside it, maybe $70, just if it was like triple A. But like, that's still so frankly ridiculous. You want us to pay more not only for a console, but for the games now too? That's one of the most consistently priced items in history, by the way, is the video game industry. And now they're trying to destroy that. They're trying to destroy people's hobbies, their interest, all for the interest of gaining more money. It's despicable. And I am not going to buy another game from anybody else if my favorite franchises start turning to the $80 route, $90 route, $100 route. I will never buy another new video game again. I am vowing to you. I will buy old consoles just so I can pay less money, because I know for a fact I'll get more enjoyable experiences and I will have more confidence in those products. I can guarantee you. I've been sitting in front of this camera for a good hour, trying to get my thoughts out about all this. This is just supposed to be a simple Sonic versus Mario video, but then it just turned into a full-scale rant on the video game industry and how greedy the corporations are getting nowadays, even though it's, like, not really even worth it to spend nearly $70 on a game anymore. I can't even put my confidence in that. And obviously, who do I think is going to win this whole thing? It's going to be Sonic. No doubt, right? I feel like you're charging $90 for a video game new. You're not winning. But man, I know I'm just fooling myself. Because people will definitely pay $90 for a video game. What happened, man? I know it's just a bunch of legal and fiscal mumbo-jumbo. Oh, we need more money so we can support these games that are costing $300 million. Why are they costing $300 million? A bunch of them aren't even good, and you're spending that much. Imagine spending 100 hours on a project that ends up looking like absolute dog fart. Wow. My thoughts, it's just all rambling through my mind, the severity of the situation now. This isn't okay. It really isn't. We need to do something quick. But I don't know if we can. Because I know this is going to be the future now. This is what we should expect. But that means I have to give up something I love doing. And I don't want to do that. Old games, obviously, it's going to be the way to go. But what happens if I run out of good games, right? Obviously, that'll probably never happen. There's endless. But just the thought that I could, in the current climate, with games being $100+, it's scary. I don't know. I don't know. I always take a look around and I see a bunch of games there. Sonic 06, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic All-Stars Racing, Sonic Generations, Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic Frontiers, these two, Sonic Superstars, Sonic X Generations, Sonic Heroes, Sonic and the Secret Rings, and the 2DS, 3DS games that are over there. And I'm thinking, man, those games are awesome, give or take a couple. And the ones that even they weren't awesome, I still loved them. And you know the best part about it? I could afford to buy them back then. I could actually play and get what my money's worth because I enjoyed the experience. Now, we have to be more judgmental because we're paying upwards of $90. $90. How much longer can this go on? I don't care that... I just don't care. I don't care that your studio isn't making enough money. Make a good game! Make a good game. And people will buy it. For an acceptable price, that is. Why must we be forced to be fed mediocrity almost every single time, and yet we need to pay more money for it because, oh, we can't fund our games? It's ridiculous. It's frankly ridiculous. I can't believe that they're doing this. I've been saying the exact same stuff, repeating it over and over in this video, and yet I'm still right. And I just sit here and think, man, this sucks. But guess what? There's nothing we can do about it. There really isn't. If this is the new standard, it's just done. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here because I've talked about pretty much everything that could set back Mario Kart Worlds, and obviously I think Sonic Racing Crossworlds is going to come out on top. I think it's going to be not only the better game, but as well as the better, more financially successful game. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to put your thoughts about this whole debate down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.